Hey folks, this is Johnny. Welcome to my first live stream in quite some time. I had done a live stream several months ago saying that they were all going to start again, and no one was interested. So let's see. So today I find myself, I have a new job. It is a lot more physical than the job I've had for the last 20 years. And I found myself with a day off. So I thought maybe it'd be a good time to get with all of you and see what you guys have been up to and maybe help out. If you guys needed some assistance with anything, or I can just simply go through some things that I have planned, semi-planned. And as you guys can see and hear, my voice is doing very well. I no longer need the headphones to speak. Now, I can't sing. I couldn't carry a tune in a dump truck, but at least some of my talking voice has returned, so that has actually been quite good. I'm really relieved of that. And Billy Morgan says, glad I'm back. Thank you. I appreciate that, Billy. We've got 3 or 4 people in here right now. So if you are here, even if you don't feel like really chatting, respond in the chat there. Welcome back, says the Kind Machine. Yeah, we need a lot of that right now, don't we? For sure. So in case all of you that were here maybe a year ago or whatever, studio has been pretty consistent since right above me is a bed, which I find I no longer need because I no longer work graveyard shift. I can actually sleep in my own bed. But I am going to keep this because I like this whole space nice and confined like this. Hit the like button, folks. I'd really appreciate it if you guys could become a subscriber. I'm really trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. For those of you that have been around for a while, my old channel had almost 30,000 subscribers before it got hacked and taken down, and YouTube was resistant in helping me do it. So I'd like to try to build this up just a bit more if I can. All right, so behind me, I pretty much have everything that I need to record. I've got my electronic drum kit behind me right here. I've got my percussion setup. My percussion setup that's got a keyboard on it. Then I have my PC setup. That's that little mini PC I did a video on a while back. Along with my Studio Live mixer. And for folks that are actually using Studio Live, I teach on that machine. So as far as what I have here in front of me, it looks like this. This is my current console. My Atom is actually over on the mixer. But I've got this here for keyboard stuff. I've got my Atom SQ here if I want to do bass and maybe some more, intense drums on this guy here. And then I got my regular keyboard, and of course, the mainstay of my studio is my fader port. This is where I do all my mixing and stuff in Studio One. So I shouldn't really call that my mainstay, I suppose. What I should actually call my mainstay, let me go to one of the classrooms here, is my Quantum HD8. This thing is absolutely incredible. This is the graphic interface, the mixer interface to the HD8, of which I also have, I have 2, I forget what they're called. There we go. I got to use a flashlight now because I can't see nothing. I have 2 Digimax D8s for 16 more inputs to add to the 8 that are already on the HD8, and they are all the way on these channels here. I have my acoustic drum kit that is in my other room. I have it all mic'd up. I'll be doing videos on that very soon. And then all of my other external gear is also on those. You can actually see I've got my TD3. That's my electronic drums behind me here. And I have a piano module and an S4. A DM5, and my Proteus. So there you go. And then I have an old sound canvas, for those of you who remember what that is. All right, so just really quickly to go through. Hey, Bobby Booth is here. Good to see you, Bobby. Kyle Jedruziak, The Kind Machine, and Billy Morgan so far. Very cool. You have 11 people watching. If you guys just watching and you're not part of the chat, all you got to do is subscribe to the channel, help me get to 5,000 subscribers, and then you can comment in the chat. Very cool. All right, so getting back to this, one of the things that I've loved about the Quantum HD8 is the fact that not only do I have a bunch of channels just like, there we go, just like my mixer, but assigning outputs. For those of you that have used the older Studio Light mixers, remember assigning the outputs? It was a pain in the butt. This is actually quite simple. You have this section up here, and you can literally just assign the outputs that are connected. Now, since I don't have, since my Digimax D8s don't have outputs, there's no output listing on those. Now, I don't know if those outputs would be assignable here, so if somebody has an answer to that question. Just Bob is here. Good to see you, Bob. So all you have to do is turn these guys up, and your outputs are activated. So the cool part is you can literally do submixes or Q mixes using the HD8. If you have certain things plugged into it, you can plug in a headphone amp into outputs 5 and 6, and you can let them have just drums, just guitars, and all those things, and everything is adjustable, on a track or an input by input basis for those. So if you guys want more details on this, just let me know. The loop back is to actually have Studio One come back into this, and that's what I'm using right now for the it's what I'm using right now for the music to come through. So let me know if you guys can hear the music.
This is it. This is it. This is it.
There we go. You guys hear the music like that? Hopefully you do. I know you guys can hear my voice because I see the levels moving. So for those of you that have actually wanted to do live streams, I'm going to bring this over to the main window here. All right, so you can see here. Yep, hear it fine. Excellent. Thanks, Bob. All right, so you can see here, if you're using OBS to do your broadcasting, this is what my OBS screen looks like to actually get this live stream to you guys through YouTube. The loopback allows me to set the outputs. So I can go over here and I can say my main outs can go to the loopback. So my Studio One comes through right here. These are the DAW levels. And as long as I have the loopbacks turned on, then the Studio One audio comes directly into OBS right here, along with my microphone. So it makes it really, really nice to set up a live stream, and it's really quick. You can also, when you do the videos, you can export the videos from OBS with separate tracks. So if you're going to remix it, you can bring the video and the separate tracks right back into Studio One and actually remix the whole video. Now, I do all of my video editing in Studio One. Now, Studio One doesn't have text or anything like that. So you're kind of limited to just video. You can put snippets, you can put still pictures in there and stretch them out and things like that. So if you're trying to do text and stuff, Studio One isn't the right video editing tool. But since I don't do much major editing like that to add effects and stuff like that, Studio One is a great tool for that. Let's see, Chasmos, or Chasmo51. He says, yes, he can hear the music, and welcome to the chat. It's good to see you. And let's see, Billy Morgan and Kyle Jedruziak and Just Bob, you guys are all moderators, so keep an eye on things. 13 people in the current session. Thank you guys for all coming in. I super appreciate it. I do not have any idea on how many likes I have left, so if you guys can see that, let me know. I've got views. Yeah, do I have likes? No, I got views and average view time. Very cool. All right, 11 people in the chat. Thank you guys for actually coming in. I really appreciate it. And like I said at the beginning, for those of you that are just joining, yes, you guys can see that my voice has actually been pretty clear now for the past 2 or 3 months. Actually, my voice cleared up when I lost my job. My night job of 20 years. I raised both of my kids on that tollway job. 20 years, making about $40 an hour. It was awesome. I'm only making about 15, so we're kind of living by the stretch right now. So we'll see how long I can keep that going. So it's really important for me to try to build up my YouTube channel and really get going. Another YouTube channel will be opening up for me that my daughter and I are going to be putting together. My daughter is learning veterinary assistance, and we have 2 awesome cats. And we have lots of crazy videos for those cats. So the new channel is going to be called Cats, and Other Hobbies. And I'm going to show everything from my Batman collection to my Godzilla collection to my record collection. And be sharing a lot of my music on that site. And other hobbies that I have, which are now walking and exercising and things like that. You know, just average stuff if you guys are interested in something like that. Riff says, oh no, yeah, it has been a very stressful couple months. I was taking a PTO day, and I had to log into work that night, and I couldn't log in. So I called my boss. I'm like, hey, can you reset my password? I can't log in. And he's like, I'll call you back. I'm like, okay, can't you just reset my password? And then I got a call from HR, and they spilled the whole beans. Now, they gave me a severance. I got insurance for a year, so that's good. But it was devastating. It really, really was. Let's see, home cat surgery for beginners. No, I don't think we're going to go that far, Bob. But thank you for the confidence. She's good, but I don't think she even wants to get into cat surgery. So it's just going to be a fun channel. That hopefully I can monetize and make a few bucks on that. And we've got some really wild cat videos that I really been meaning to share, but we've been holding them to do this channel. And it's a project with my daughter. She is really excited about this. And she is an absolute genius with videos and YouTube and things like that. Johnny Lipsham is here. He says, good evening, dudes. Good evening, Johnny. It's been a long time since we've been on the air together. We got to put together a show. And like I said, no headphones required. Voice is actually getting pretty clear. It's getting stable. I can't really sing yet, but hopefully that'll come in time. All right, so let's see. We got 13 people in here. Didn't actually expect that many. I showed you guys a little bit of the HD8 from PreSonus, which is a fantastic interface. It is a little pricey, but I'm going to tell you guys, it is well worth it if you can sink the money. Thankfully, I bought all my stuff before getting laid off. So I'm glad I have all this stuff that I have now. Oh, let's see. You want to see the main studio again? Okay. Let's see. This is the Studio One screen, and then we go back here. So this is my current rig right here. This is where I'm at, where I'm sitting at right now, talking to you guys. It's got everything I need. There's not much here. My Mac Mini is behind this iPad. And then I've got another iPad over there that I use to just like listen to YouTube in the background. So it's quite cool. All right, and then everything I have musically pretty much is behind me. Everything you see. The only thing that's out in the other room is my acoustic drum kit. Very, very cool. All right, 13 people in here. Not quite sure how many likes. If anybody could actually check the likes, you would figure that I would have that on here. Unless it's hiding somewhere. Oh, I got 11 likes. All right. I got to expand the screen, I guess. Okay, sure. All right, let's see. Nice setup. Very form, fit, and functional. Well, the big thing for me is the ergonomics of it. I can play the keyboard. I got the sustain pedal for the keyboard right at my feet, and then I've got my Atom SQ for drums and stuff. My regular Atom is actually over on my mixer behind me here. You can kind of see it right there. It's on that open panel there on the Studio Live. Now, that Studio Live is one of the originals. It still takes all of the, for those of you wondering if the older Studio Lives will take the newer firmware, it does. And it works great, and it's perfectly interfaced with Universal Control, so it makes a difference. So if you have an older one, I definitely recommend getting the update, getting the new firmware, and seeing what you can get with it. Let's see. Pick up the red phone and call the commissioner. Yeah. Oh, my red phone's over there. It's in the other room. I have a red phone. See? Plugs into my phone. It's my bat phone. It interfaces with iPhones. It's pretty cool. I know it's stupid, right? Oh, man. Yes, I'm a child. Wait till I show you guys my Batman wall and my Godzilla wall. Wait till I show you guys those. It is actually pretty creepy for a guy that just turned 60. All right, so let's see. What do we got going on here? 17 people in here. We can talk Studio One. We can talk the Studio Live mixers. We can even talk like the HD8, some of the Personas interfaces and stuff that I've used. If you have trouble with Studio One, Kyle says silly us. Whatever you guys want to talk about. So I got some things that I did plan on addressing just to show you guys some quick stuff. Some support questions I've actually gotten from my website. And for those of you that are interested, let me actually pull up my website so you guys can see what that's all about. Let's see how this works. Ready? All right. So let me actually highlight this, and I'm going to put a link in the chat. If you guys want to see everything that I do for Studio One, for Personas, now Fender, or partially Fender, and things like that, you can actually go here. If you follow the link, go to hst-homestudiotrainer.com, and here is my website. You can actually see the latest videos that I have here. You can also see my current equipment list that I have, and pictures of where I'm working right now. This is my main console. This is the drum area. This is the keyboard area, which is now the mixer area. My reel-to-reel, my percussion, and then my acoustic drum kit, which is in the other room over there, and it's all mic'd up. I don't have the pictures of the ones with the mics, but it is all mic'd up now, and I'll be doing some videos on that very soon as well. So hope you don't mind the advertisement there. That works. All right, let's see. Kyle Jedruziak says, Ron and I spent 3 hours after your meetup learning the show page. Yeah, I wasn't able to do the meetup because my boss needed me that night, my new boss. He's a great guy. And I'm for those of you that are wondering, I am a part-time cook and part-time bowling alley lane maintenance. So I get to still keep some of my technical stuff because I'm doing work on things like the pin setters and the lanes themselves. We just put in 21 new pins on 40 lanes at the bowling alley. And I gotta say, after all the years that I spent at the other job, I'm really digging this a lot better. Never thought I'd be a cook, though. So I work the kitchen every once in a while. All right, there you go. So 16 people in here. What do you guys want to talk about? Just Bob. He says, any new tips or tricks for recording, VST settings, discoveries, and whatnot? All right, so yes, actually. So let me actually go to this classroom over here. All right, so if I open up a new song, let me actually go here. Go to the main page here. There we go. I'm going to create a new song. I had a question today on using Easy Drummer. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, so for Easy Drummer, there's a couple of different ways that you can use this now. I think this has always been around, but it was just something that came up. All right, so you got your sounds. Just like that. And, of course, you've got your browser for the beats. Let's see, we're going to do a search. Yeah, there we go. So if we want to do a verse, just like that, you can drag your beats. Let's see if I can do this now. And put them into the editor. And whenever you hit play in Studio One, all of the different things that you drag in will play in succession. So one of the things that the guy didn't know, and I'm sure all of you guys know that it can do this, but I just thought I'd show you, is you have two options to actually build a drum track if you don't want to do it here. You can build it down here and then drag this whole thing up into the actual track. So this actually dragged in both of these. So now if I remove and right click and remove, so now it's actually going to play the MIDI tracks up here. Really simple. Now on top of that, if you'd rather just build your drum tracks directly in Studio One and not use the song blocks option down here, you can literally just take them and drag them up there. You got that. Let's see, we got everything from choruses to bridges. Oh, I got this one starred. It's got some shadow notes on the snare. And you can just drag them up. Really simple. And then Easy Drummer just becomes a VST plugin playing tracks that are actually in Studio One. You don't have to worry about this. So if you build your drum tracks and stuff in the song block area of the plugin, it'll remember it when you go to hit save and everything, and then you can just go ahead and use that like that. But you will still have to have a track here. So for editing the MIDI notes, it's a lot easier doing them here because you can edit these here. Let's get a brighter color so you guys can see them. There you go. And you can also change things like the view on this. Let's see if I can actually do this here. How am I doing the view here? Ready? There we go. We can actually change the view like that. If you decide to use the piano roll and you expand these enough, you will end up with the notes in the screen, which is really cool. So if you do the drum mode and stuff, it doesn't have the names in unless you actually have, the parts list, which you can import and export. And I've actually never done that, so I don't really use it too much. Oh, general MIDI drums. I wonder what that is. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're not really lined up. Well, there you go. Well, that would be the general MIDI assignment. And one of the things that you can do is you can go back to the plugin and you can actually change the MIDI assignments per note on your keyboard, just like that. That's cool. Just like that. All right, so we're going to go back to, oops. We're going to go, oh, it looks like that's a sign now. So I think I can, oh, yeah, I can just erase those if I have to. All right, let's see. Riff actually says, how about tips for making a mono guitar solo stereo? I recorded the solo, added the beat delay, send with the feedback, panned hard left and right its cover song. Oh, mine sounds blurry. Okay, that's actually a good one. All right, so let's go ahead and close this. So that's my little overview with Easy Drummer. All right, let's create another new song. So he wants to know how to make a stereo guitar or a mono guitar stereo. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are going to create a guitar track. So let's create an audio track. And I've got it set to stereo, but we're actually here. Let's do this so that you can actually see what I'm doing with it. So if you're going to record a single input, you can do this. Go ahead and hit the plus. Go ahead and choose your audio track. If you're going to use a single input, you can actually use mono and create it. So now whatever I do on this, the track is going to be processed as mono. So let me actually do this here. Let me actually get my guitar. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a sucky guitar soloist. But this is a great question, and a lot of people don't really get a solid answer. So, let's do this. All right, so now I have to input track 2. There we go. I know that that's not very loud, so bear with me. I am going to put Ampere on this. All right. There we go. Oh, I also want to put, because my guitar is, oh, it's not bad. It's kind of noisy. Let me know if you guys can hear this okay. So if I record a guitar track, all right, so there's a guitar track. So now if I play this back, it's going to be using Ampere. But also, the Ampere is being processed in mono because that is the channel condition. So if you want it to be stereo, now the track itself will be mono, but if you're looking to like add a beat delay, you would actually change this little guy to stereo. So you can see the 2 circles now. So if I go to my effects and I do the beat delay, now if you look closely at the beat delay, I'm going to put the width at 100%. I'm actually going to go to 2 channel. There we go. So now if I play, you can hear it stereo. If I put this back to mono, it's just going to be in the center. So the channel condition, it doesn't matter if the actual audio is stereo or mono, the channel condition will actually show you or let you actually hear a stereo effect. You can hear it pan left and right. Let me know if you guys can hear that. Riff, does that help? Let me know if that helps. So just like that. So remember, if you want things to process in stereo, it depends on the channel condition. Even if the original audio is stereo, it has a right and a left channel, it doesn't matter. The channel condition will dictate how the track is processed. Man, this is great. I haven't done this for so long. This is extremely cool. What do you guys think? So, Riff, let me know if that makes sense. Just like that. Kyle says, Riff, done that way you will end up getting comb filtering. And will defeat the sound. And will, I assume you meant defeat. Will def the sound bed in mono, right? Riff says, I'd rather play it twice if possible. Well, sure. Sure, I mean, if you want the guitar itself in stereo, that's a whole different thing. So you can actually approach the same effect using the beat delay by just making the mix 100% and controlling the left and right outputs. So I hope that makes sense. So let me know, Riff. Let me know if that was helpful at all. But yeah, it's definitely going to sound better if it's in stereo. So let's see what have I got here. I'm going to turn off I'm going to remove the beat delay. There we go. So now it's just the Ampere processing. So one of the things that I could do, if you want me to kind of continue this. All right, so I'm going to actually... Oh, I have no time for phone calls. I'm going to actually take this, and I am going to duplicate it. So now I have another track with Ampere, but I don't have an audio for it. So here's one of the things that you can do if you wish. Let me actually take these and make them a little thinner. I'm going to make one green and one yellow, just like that. All right. So on the second one, I'm going to bring up a different amp. Let's see. We'll do riff. All right. So now... that's completely different. So now, if I pan the first one left and the second one right, I can get a wider one. Let's see if I can actually play these in time. Here we go. So now, if you listen, there's no effect on this except for the distortion. So if you're just recording a mic'd guitar amp, your processing will be the same. So these are two different tracks with two different amp sounds panned left and right, and you get a more full sound. All right, so if I was to do this correctly, let's do the first one. And remember, this one's going to be on the left, and I'm going to turn on the click. 2, 3, 4. All right. If you guys don't mind me doing this. Now I'm going to record the other one. All right. So, here these are. All right, now what you can do is you can create a bus for selected channels, and we can put the beat delay on the bus. 2-channel with 100%. There we go. All right. Let me know what you think of that. Oh, okay. Riff said he would rather not play it twice. I just thought I'd give that little demo so that you could see it. All right, let's see. I want the single mono track on one side and the delayed signal on the other. No repeats on the delay. All right, you can do that with the beat delay. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Let's see, there's no effects. But just Bob says, oh, so clean on the left side and delay like a slapback on the right. Now, I think what he wants is just a slightly delayed second guitar using the delay out of the other side. You know, the other thing that you can do, too, if you'd rather just... Here, let's do this. Johnny says another way to do it just once and then use the splitter to... Yeah, you could definitely use the splitter to add different effects. Why not just use the splitter tool on a track? Do the left with a slight delay. That's what I was just about to show. Seems super easy, says Shorty Bread. This is low what Johnny said. All right, Riff said, yeah, hey, that's what I want. Yeah, just insert the splitter. Yeah, that would be the way to do it. But let me show you another way. Riff. So let's just say you have a single guitar track. Okay, so let's take the beat delay off. All right, I'm just going to actually remove this bus altogether. The other way you can do it too, you don't even have to use processing, if I was to duplicate this track complete and then pan left and right and take the second track and just use the delay. You don't even need to use an effect. Riff, since you're on Studio 1.5, this might be the best thing for you to do. And you can choose how much to delay the other channel. See what it sounds like in mono. It's not bad. But I think if you're thinking ahead, you're going to mix for stereo. You're not going to mix for mono. And sometimes being able to correct the comb filtering is very difficult. So Shorty Bread just says, yeah, what Kyle said, odd stuff will happen. Yes, right, exactly. With mid-side when you do it with two mono tracks. Correct. But you got to pick your poison. And I've taken a lot of professional studio tracks, and when you put them in mono, they sound like garbage. So obviously not everyone cares about that. I'm not saying don't care. I'm just saying not everyone does. Johnny says everyone should have a splitter. Yeah, I think it's in all versions, even back in Studio 1.5. Riff, Gilder said I would go to jail if I did that. God, I hope not. All right, we've got 20 people in here, and we got 20 likes. 1 like for everybody. Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming in. All right. Do we have any other questions? Any other things you might want me to demo? Shorty Bread says, well, what do you mean, Riff? Do you mean just delay in time compared to the clean track? Or the same track with a delay effect? I like a delay pedal. Kyle, Riff, be careful. Kyle's coming for you. And in my opinion, now this isn't a very popular opinion, but I'm going to give it to you guys anyway. There's no wrong way to do this if you get the desired effect. Now, to Kyle's point and to Johnny's point, yes, you might have to deal with some anomalies and stuff here and there if you go to mono. But don't let that stop you. Yeah, I was just checking that, Johnny. Johnny beat me to it. Studio 1.5 does not have the splitter. I believe the splitter was added in version 6. That is correct. I was looking it up while I was talking. But the split tool that preceded it is available. Correct. All right. 21 people in here. We got 20 likes. Thank you guys for coming in. Just Bob said, I thought that was Barbara. Oh, I don't know what that means, but that's okay. I think the best way to get a true stereo guitar effect is to record it twice. Because then, for the most part, you don't have to worry about the comb filtering. And that's just a funny sound that goes over it. I call it wishy-washy, but that's just me. Because I'm not a professional at this. I just teach what I know. Okay, I'm just reading some of the comments. All right. So there you go. We've talked about the HD8 a little bit. We've talked about its We've talked about its universal control interface, some of the things he did. It does. We've talked a little bit about recording and, getting some panning and stuff on the guitars. So what else do we got here? Oh, Baran. Thank you, Kyle. All right. Shorty says, the best way is to record it twice. Yeah, I always do that with vocals. They've got things like vocal line. You can line things up if you like them that way. I kind of like the sloppy sound of them not being completely, not sloppy, but I kind of like them not being exactly perfect, but vocal line and stuff like that is good. Shorty bread 3 times, center hard left. Yes. Oh yeah, but Shorty, what I've done, if I'm gonna do 3 tracks like that, I pick a completely different amp for the center one. Completely different. Riff says that's what I was afraid of. And if you can do different amps and even different guitars, watch, yeah. And Riff says that's what I was afraid of. Let's see. Kyle, to me, says guitar left, web right. Like Eddie Van Halen. Yeah. Guitar left, verb right. There, and it's so funny. When you have those mixes that are like that, the Beatles did that with with a lot of their music where the vocals were on one side, usually on the left, and the music was on the right. If you have a stereo in your house, and you're in the kitchen, you hear the music. If you go to the living room, all you hear is the voices. So if you're going to listen to things that are recorded like that, make sure you have a decent 2-speaker setup in each of your rooms. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Johnny Lipsham says, if you want that wide guitar sound, I will record twice and pan, and then go for different amps and mic placements for 2 channels. Best results. Perfect. Great advice. Kane is here. Oh, that wouldn't be my friend Rob Kane, would it? He did a great vocal on a song I wrote a long time ago. Rob, if that's you, welcome. Glad you're here. 19 people in here, and we've got 21 likes. Thank you. Let's see. So, Kane says there are also some cool plugins like Shred Spread from Brainworks. Oh, I've heard about that. That will do that. That also deals with the phasing, and it's free. Oh, if you got a link to that, Mr. Kane, I would appreciate it. Kane says agree, but the best way to do it is double tracking. Yes. Yeah, if anybody has a link to that plugin, please put it in the chat. What's it called? It's called, maybe I should look it up. Maybe. It's called Shred Spread. All right, folks. Here we go. Going to the internet. Shred Spread, PA free. I'm going to say VST. Oh, looks like this is in. It's from Plugin Alliance. Let me actually go to the classroom here. Listen to that. Check that out. Beat you to it, Bob. You want me to try it? What do you guys think? Installers. Should I try it? Well, it's free. You don't really need the demo, right? I gotta create an account. Create a free account. It's park away? I don't know what that means. Park away? I think I've got a login here, don't I? I guess I don't. Oh, or do I? No. I guess I don't. I am not a robot. Rip says, do it, do it. All right. Well, that's what these live streams are for testing and doing stuff like this. Join the alliance. All right. So now, free. So let's see. So I should probably do a search. What was it called? Shred spread? Ah. There we go. Mac. Let's try it again here. You already created an account. All right, so I'm not quite sure what this is. You know, this stuff is never easy. Kane says I've sometimes recorded 6 guitars. 2 left, 2 hard left, 2 hard right. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to try this again. All right, well, it is not letting me download. What am I doing wrong, folks? Why would I, here, let me do this. All right, let me log out. Log in. Hey, where the fluff did it go? All right, let me do this. You know I hate these things. Activate the account. So let me do that. See what happens. All right, so it's using that email address. All right, so let's see. Let's log in. Ah, I did it. Everybody's trying to give me advice now. Yep, I should be good. All right. Download. Ah, there we go. All right. It's thinking about it. This is it. Johnny Lipton's like, there you go. See, Johnny knows sometimes I just go too damn fast. All right. I am really anxious to see how this works. I think I'm going to have to restart Studio One, but we'll see. Now I got to remember it is under Plugin Alliance. All right, so it's not here yet. Sometimes you can do it this way and it'll just pop up. All right, I'm going to save this. And I'm going to close. Now, mind you, I am only on a Mac Mini with 8 gig of RAM. And I'm running Studio One. I'm doing a live stream and running OBS and talking to you guys all at the same time. Wow, I've almost been on an hour already. Well, I'm in no hurry if you guys aren't. Did we get the... I didn't see it in the list there. So let's go here. Since Plugin Alliance is now owned by Native Instruments, it may be in the Native Instruments folder. Okay, I did not know that. Nope. Plugin Alliance is right here. So we've got... Let me zoom in on this so you guys can see it. So we have a VST3 version and an audio units version. Just so you guys can see that. All right. So let us get rid of that track and bring this to the center. Oops. There we go. All right. So I've already got an amp on there. I think I'm going to bounce it down so it's just a distortion track without a plugin. All right, we're going to let it bounce down in mono. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That's not the way to do that. Transformed rendered audio. Yeah, I'll fix that in a minute. All right, so now it's a stereo track, but I'm going to make it mono and then bounce it down to mono. All right. So let's EQ it a bit first. It's not the greatest guitar sound, but at least it'll get us where we want. All right, so let's now bring in, let's see, we're going to use the VST3. Ready? Oh, I got to activate it. All right, let's see how this works. Hey, we did it. All right. I have no idea what this is going to do. There are 4 settings. I got to make sure the track is stereo. All right. Setting A, B. Oh, what am I missing? There's no presets. I don't know how to use this. I thought it would just have a preset and boom. Anybody have any ideas? I'm not going to read the manual here on a live stream. No, I don't need to activate an additional device. You there, Mr. Kane? Oh, Mr. Kane. I got too long of a delay. Oh. Oh, great. So I have play with the knobs. All right, I'm stuck now because I have something here. All right. All right, let's see. That's pretty cool. I've got the channel conditioned stereo, but let's see. So the knobs. Oh. Now I've already activated. it's not doing nothing. It ain't doing nothing. So I'm not hearing anything, at least anyway. Okay, can you zoom on the knobs? Yes. Click off auto mode. Auto, I don't see an auto mode. Oh, auto is off. That's automation. Let me get a loop going here. Even if I didn't get any of the presets, changing some of the knobs and stuff should help a lot, right? I should be able to. Oh, wait a minute. According to this, it does not work. And we've lost all of our viewers. All right. Well, I am going to have to figure out. So let's see. There is the plugin. Download. So, installers, manuals. Nope. No wonder it's free, says Riff. Yeah, right. Use the links below to download your copy of this plugin. Please refer to our installation manager to download. Oh, we actually got it downloaded. We've got it installed. All right. That was a... Yeah, we've only got 14 people left out of the 20 we had. It's like, I don't want to watch this moron install plugins. Okay. Well, anyway, I think we've kind of answered the question as best we could. So we'll see what happens. All right. So let's move on. It is 4 o'clock here, Central Time in Wheeling, Illinois. And I am going back here. Such is the history of Home Studio Trainer live streams. You get a whole string of stuff that works great, or demos that actually work great, and then you have the one that just chases away all your viewers. All right, so let's see. What have we got here? We have 21 likes, 14 people left to watch the shit show. So we'll see what happens. All right, you guys got any more questions? I've still got a lot of voice left. Let's see. Johnny Lipsham says, Songwriting Simplified starts at 6 p.m. Central on my channel. Oh, that's right. Today is Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, everybody. Johnny, put a link in the chat. Now, if you want to know how to put songs together that uses all this stuff, see Johnny Lipsham at 6 o'clock Central Time for Songwriting Simplified. I used to be able to do the show with him. I might be able to do a couple, hopefully, in the coming weeks. Unfortunately, I have to work at 6 o'clock. Otherwise, I'd stick around for sure. Well, I have the day off. I don't have the night off. I wish I had the night off, but that'd be nice. All right, so I think we might be finished here. What do you guys think? There we go. There is the link to Songwriting Simplified. It was a show that Johnny and I started a long time ago. How long has Songwriting Simplified been around, Johnny? I don't recall. I don't recall how long it's been around. Would I be wrong if I said maybe 8 or 10 years? Would be interesting to know. All right. So, what do you guys think? Is this something I should continue doing? Oh, since 2017. 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 years. Wow. I was right. 8 years. I had to use my fingers to figure that out. I know, it's terrible. All right. So I think I'm going to sign off. It is so nice to be able to do these without any voice stress or anything like that. I want to thank all of you avid viewers from the old shows that I used to do. I used to do one every single night. And it was so awesome. I was able to play some of the subscriber music and everything. It was really, really fun to do. I don't know if I'll ever be able to go that far again, but I'm hoping to at least be able to do, a couple shows a month. I think it would be cool. I think you should return to streaming, but maybe with a bit more plan to them. Oh, I had a couple of plans and stuff. I did the first stuff that I did, when the show started and stuff. So I had a little bit of a plan. I was hoping to get more questions, but that's okay. Kane says, yes, keep doing these for sure. Okay, good. I think I try to come up with a time once a week. Let's see, Kyle says 116 songwriting so far. 116. I don't know what that number refers to. What does that number refer to? Oh, no. There we go. 116. I do not know what that means. All right. All right, folks. Well, thank you for coming in. I will definitely have more stuff planned. 116 videos so far. Oh, shows. Excellent. All right. So if you guys could, I would really appreciate it if you guys could get me to 5,000 subscribers. I don't know that I have that kind of recognition anymore like I used to. So if I can get to 5,000, I would love it and really appreciate it. And hopefully do these more often. See if you can keep this time. I would be a regular. Ooh, actually, that might be possible. I used to do them at 6 o'clock at night, but I can't do that now since I work evenings now. I don't work nights. I work evenings. All right, folks. I am going to sign off. I hope you guys enjoyed what we did here. I will definitely plan more. I would also like to get a little bit more interactive with you guys there in the chat. Who was that stranger? I'm not sure. He was just stranger. Just Bob. It was great to see you guys too. I thank you for coming in. And I will see you guys in the next live stream. Take care.